And welcome to another brand new episode of Live FX Trading with your host, Peeling Mindset. Welcome to another brand new episode, guys. I mean, the market has been moving pretty much Tuesday, but hey, we got a lot of volume today. From around London session, I mean, price has been pushing up pretty hard, breaking hard levels. I mean, rejection points, we are breaking it. So 152.580 was Monday's target for me, but we actually achieved it today. So Tuesday we have smashed that target, and the price has actually maintained a posture above 152.580, and there's a very high chance prices are going to sustain and just keep on moving up, because the recent momentum experienced in pound yen market is a bullish momentum, right? So for any sort of a buy, we just need to see a support, and a support will be nice, will be beautiful, right? So this is actually amazing. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down the chart from a higher time frame to the lower time frame, and we'll explain what's happening and what could be scenarios we would be looking into, right? So all right, so this is what we're going to do. We're checking the system for the first few minutes, only first few minutes. And alrighty. All right, this is what we're going to do. Dun, 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 dun. All right, now let's look at this. So looking at the candles from a weekly sort of a perspective, this weekly candle, current weekly candle, has been bullish in its first few days. Obviously, we are only halfway through the week, and previous weekly candle exhausted this weekly candle moving up. There's still space or still some range on the upside to be achieved. I mean, 153 or 60 could be one of those areas where price can actually hit and start rejecting, but we do have enough space from the current price level. From a daily sort of a view, it's way clear. There's in about 40 pips range on the upside. So in about 153 or 60 or 70 is one of the rejection level where we have to be careful, where we are going to see some potential rejection. So it's kind of nice to wait and see what's going to happen, right? So again, at the same time, on a daily view, look at this. Price is moving up, making a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This could be a potential higher high. And guess what's going to happen next? Another higher low potentially, and then a move up. If the momentum is bullish, that's what's going to happen, right? So from the most recent price action, that's what we are seeing. Prices breaking resistance, making support. So that's actually lovely. At this point in time, daily candle is solid bullish, and as we talked about, this 150 to 153 or 90 or 70 or 60 sort of area is a key rejection level. All right, let's just go into the 4-hour time frame. Obviously, this is a roughly drawn channel drawn in our pound yen chart from yesterday. Ooh, price is bullishing up. This is amazing. This was the target one from yesterday, got hit. And at this point in time, 4-hour candle, look at the 4-hour candle. 4-hour candle is actually looking very beautiful. If the 4-hour candle is to move up, there's clear space on the left-hand side, all the way to 152.955. This is very nice. So I've got some of the charts from the guys in our Discord group. I haven't looked at it. I'm going to have a look at that. And the 2-hour time frame is going to close in the next 2 hours. And if the 2-hour candle closes with a wick on the top, there is a higher chance it's actually going to hit this 152.955 sort of area. Is actually very nice. At this point in time, look at this. It has actually broken this hourly sort of a support to, hourly sort of a resistance. So rejection area. So this has been broken. So 152, let's call it 152.645, right? So 152.645, and this is what we're going to do. Dun, 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 dun. We're going to bring this down all the way here. 152.560. So the channel, obviously, I'm going to keep the channel here because channel has been respected by pound yen's price action. So why not keep these things in mind, right? Because I've seen prices respecting and engaging with channels several times. So this roughly drawn channel has been a confluence for today's market in London session. Look at this. London session prices reacted with the bottom part of the channel. Ignore this noises. Look at the rejection here. Rejected this roughly drawn channel, started pushing up, just bullishing up, right? Obviously, there is some momentum. There is some sort of rejection on the downside. So clear enough. Right now, price is above 152,645. And if I have to correct that level, let's just correct it according to the 30-minute, right? And I'm going to bring it up a little bit up. So 152,675 is a rejection. Actually, 152,680 could be a rejection level above which we need the price to close, right? So in the next 18 minutes, if the candles actually close above that level, there's a clear range on the upside in about 22 and all the way up to 153.090 in about 36 pip range. So the bias is buy, a definite buy. Yeah, the momentum is pretty strong, to be honest. Pretty strong momentum, all right? So let's go into the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute also looking pretty good. So if this 15-minute candle manages to close above 152,680 sort of a level, there are chances the next candle could retest this broken resistance and then start pushing up. So bias is buys above 152,680 looks clear. It's moving up. It's moving up. Pound yen is moving up. Beautiful. Pound yen is moving up. Pound yen is moving up. So it's interesting how this 2-hour candle is going to close in the next 17 minutes. The bias is definitely a buy. No doubt on that. So the bias is a buy. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy, my only sunshine. All right, so potential retest area. Potential retest area. Have to see how this 30-minute hourly candle closes, and that way it'll be nice. For now, the buys in pound yen is buys. So yeah, just have to see candles respecting 152,560, and also candles closing above 152,680 is a good idea. That could be a really good idea, to be honest. That way we are above the channel, and yeah, that will be nice. That will be very nice. Let's look at gold. I mean, I took a trade around London session today in gold. After this 5-minute did a fake out on the flip of this 5-minute candle, I took a trade. So the trade was an actual 69 pips move, but I managed to catch 16 pips. I just closed the position once it went into in about 16 to 18 pips, and I just closed the whole position. So that was in about 30 minutes after the London market opened. So that was a good idea. So the fake out trade turned out to be a very big hit. A big hit. Look at the prices movement. After that aggressive rejection on the top, it just started pushing down. So these were some of the charts sent in our group, in our Peeling Mindset community. So we're going to have a look at that as well. Peeling Mindset community. All right, so this is Nikesh is looking at GA buy above. He's taking buys above 1.89050. 1.89. 1890.50. 1890.50. Ooh, he is in deep profits. Mr. Nikesh is in deep profit. 150. So he took a trade around. Hold on. He took a trade around 1890.50. 1890.50. 1890.50. Oh wow. 1890.50, 1890.50. So this is Nikesh's trade, right? So from here, all right, so in about 12 pips in profit already. That's pretty good. Yeah, pound AUD is also, I mean, every pound instrument, it's in a bullish momentum right now, especially yeah, especially because there is FOMC coming around the corner, I think, and the official, well, let's see what's happening with the FOMC, right? What are the official dates? Obviously today is CPI. We're gonna see how the CPI is actually gonna affect the market too. FOMC retail sales. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yep, FOMC around the 23rd of September. FOMC projections are happening. Okay, it's gonna be interesting. It's actually gonna be interesting. Yeah, everything is just moving up. Every single thing. All of the pound instruments just bullish. Just bullish. Wow. Yep, Tuesday's volume is actually smashing all of the targets, all of the target from Monday. It's amazing. So I was actually waiting for a gold sell, and it happened, and I missed out. All right, so one of the trades were here. You know, after this 30-minute candle closed bearish, definitely there was higher chances for the candle, next 30-minute candle to push down, and that's what happened. This was the beginning of the new hour too. Obviously, would be expecting a retracement, but the candles just started pushing down with pre-New York volume. So my original trade turned out to be like a 78 pips trade. Yeah, that's how gold is so rewarding. You know, it rewards you, definitely rewards you. And for CPI, they're actually expecting bad numbers. Core CPI numbers, I mean, they're expecting the same numbers. We'll see how the CPI is going to affect gold here. Now, pound yen 30-minute candle is going to close in the next 11 minutes. If this 30-minute candle closes with a wick on the top above 152.680, there's a high chance we can smash this 152.955 sort of area today. So this could be our intraday target. Even if we have moved in such a significant way, I mean, it's bullish momentum, right? The momentum can be clearly seen, a bullish momentum. Price is clearly moving up. Bullish momentum, bullish momentum, bullish momentum. Now, there's a clear traffic on the left-hand side. When we have clear traffics, that's when the prices mirror the clear movement, and looks pretty good, to be honest. Looks pretty good. Yep, the bias is buy, the bias is buy. Bias is buy, buy, buy. Buy, buy, boy, 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 boy. Boy, 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 boy. Boom, boom, boom. So these were some of the charts sent in our group earlier on. So, oh, Motsev's in the chart too. I'm going to have a look at Motsev's chart. This was this is the trade I took. I mean, pretty simple trade, gold. So there was a rejection and a fake out around 1793.35, around 30 minutes after the London market opened. 5-minute candle closed bearish, waited for the next candle to make a top wick, which actually did. And around the break of the low, I took like one position right there. And yeah, that was actually pretty good. Anticipated the London volume to show aggressive rejection on a high time frame, and we know that gold moves with aggression, right? It oftentimes grabs a lot of liquidity and just pushes in the opposite direction. That's what happened today in gold around a London session. Grabbed a whole bunch of liquidity on the top and just pushed down. That was actually pretty solid. Pretty solid, and there's a higher chance we can actually push all the way down to 1783.80 or even above. So we will see how the CPI is going to turn out to be, right? The core CPI, they're expecting good numbers. Oh, our Palin says good morning from Canada. Good morning. Good morning. Waiting for buys in pound yen. Let's look at Motsev's chart here. So Motsev has sent a chart. Let's look at Motsev's chart. All right, and Motsev's chart. He's saying he's got his entry conditions. So he looked at pound USD bull flag. He saw a bull flag breaking retest of the channel, 15-minute, 30-minute super trend buy, inverse head and shoulder pattern, Fibonacci 23% retracement, adding a lot of confluences. 4 confluences, that's actually pretty good. And the pound USD did move up, so he took a trade from around 1387.60, 1387.60, 1387.60, 1387.60. Oh, it's actually retracing from his entry. When did he take this entry? All right, let's see. What was the timing? What was the timing? 1387. Oh, hold on. No, it's 1387.20. Okay. 1387.20, 1387.20, in about here. Ooh, pre-New York. Okay. So we might still have volume, you know. It's actually retracing. A retracement is a good thing right now because the deeper it retraces, I mean, we have better opportunities for New York session. So kind of waiting here at this point of time, especially when the hourly candle is coming around the close time. If this hourly candle closes bullish in pound USD, there's a higher chance the next candle could actually push up, right? Pound USD, pound yen, the bias hasn't changed yet. The bias is still buys unless price starts breaking 152.560 in pound yen and starts closing below. Otherwise, the bias is still going to be a buy. We will see what's going to happen, right? All right, guys, just give me a second. We are here. We are right here. All right, so yeah, checking the system. Still checking the system. We are still live. Trying to check if everything is going okay. So yeah, looks like my background app network uses is pretty high. So trying to fix that. Trying to fix that right now. All right, so the hourly candle is about to close, and looks like it's actually closing with a wick on the top, which is a good sign for the next candle to further continue up. But I would love to see a retest in anything else. If I'm going to miss out on this buy, I mean, it is what it is. Again, because it's Tuesday and it's only the second day of the week, and I've already taken a trade around London session. So if I want to take a second trade, it has to be a quality trade. And let's see if we're going to get some quality trade here, right? So that's the idea. That is the idea right now. A quality trade. All right, so it looks like the hourly candle closed with the wick on the top. This is pre-New York session right now. We oftentimes experience a lot of volume around pre-New York too. So obviously after 30 minutes after the bank open, we have CPI, core CPI news event. And these are actually very high impact news events, right? So the hourly fresh hourly candle in the first few minutes, obviously retracing down, which is a good sign. If this potential retest area could be tapped and the candles could start moving up, that will be nice. So we'll see what's going to happen, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this potential retest area a little bit lower, because I've seen this potential retest area has been tapped already. But on an hourly sort of a view, this could be a potential retest area as well. Just have to kind of wait and see what's going to happen next, right? Is there a fake out trade coming in? If a fake out is going to happen, well, I'll be okay about taking trades below 152.560. Otherwise, the visible and the most apparent momentum is just a bullish momentum, a move up. So for a move up and for a buy, what I need to see is I need to see rejections on the downside or some sort of support. Now, if this hourly candle could breathe for a few more minutes and start pushing up in the later half, that will be a very nice trade. On the flip of the candle or on the break of the previous candle's high with a decent stop loss would be a nice idea along this clear range. Right? A lot of beginner traders, they have to note down ideas like cleaner range, volume time, and support resistance. And the most recent support, most recent resistance, and that's actually going to help a lot, right? That's the idea. Go to daily ranging side by side. We do have a space on the downside to fill through If the weekly candle is to push down with all this liquidity grab on the top, we do have enough space, enough area on the downside to target. On a daily, well, rangy 4-hour, clearly see there's a resistance, there's a lower low, and if the candles are to break this 1785, 70 sort of level, we still have room on the downside. Still have room on the downside. I said 30-minute candle is looking good. In the first few minutes, it retraced down and grabbed a whole bunch of liquidity. And yeah. Our Enzo says, waiting for the juicy gold setup. Oh, wow. That's good. All right, I need to fix my computer here. A lot of CPU usage, and I don't like this. A lot of usage. Okay, we got this CPU. Yeah, at this point in time, I mean, a pound yen is looking pretty solid. To be honest, it's actually looking pretty solid. Usually what I would do is, my rule of thumb is waiting for at least one 15-minute candle out of the hourly candle to close. That way my bias is stronger. I can clearly see if a liquidity grab has been done, or a proper candle close in the direction of my bias has been happened. But at this point in time, I'm just waiting. I mean, rule of thumb, right? If I'm gonna miss out on this trade, I mean, it's a shame, but hey, gotta wait. Waiting is the key, right? Oh man, my CPU is pretty hot. Pretty hotty. Yep, 15-minute candle struggling around there. I mean, looks like a liquidity grab at this point in time. 5-minute candle, previous 5-minute candle closed bearish, but with a long liquidity wick or rejection wick from the bottom. And there is potential for the price to push up at this point in time, but waiting for the candle to flip in my direction, right? If the candles are moving in my direction, I have to wait for the flip. That's the idea. Still waiting. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm definitely gonna wait here. Palin is saying GJ is retracing. That's actually true. GJ is retracing pretty hard. And as I said, my rule of thumb usually says wait for 15 minutes out of the hourly candle to close. And that's what I'm doing. Now, waiting for 15 more minutes or waiting for, I would say, exactly 6 more minutes is allowing me to avoid a fake out. And if a fake out is happening, well, guess what? We did build a bias. I mean, the bias could be very apparent. A setup could be apparent, but market does its thing. So we have to avoid these sort of market liquidation. You know, people rushing in a trade at the start of a new hourly. I mean, that's not going to be fruitful in the long term, right? So rather waiting in the market pays us. So we are waiting for the market to pay us. I mean, the bias is there. We are seeing action, we are seeing reaction with the channel. We are seeing potential retest areas already. So it's a better idea to wait. Now, for me, the market's signaling me ideas such as, hey, buddy, your bias could be correct, but you could take an early entry. Now, early entry is one of the I would say most frequent phenomena that actually has caused traders to lose. A lot of beginner traders especially. I mean, they have a very strong bias. They have a correct bias in the market. They take a trade, and oftentimes what they feel is the structure was there, the volume was there, but again, the market just did what it did. So apparently that trade is the early trade, and we have to try and avoid the early trades in the market. 100% avoid the early trade. So we want to wait for the market to play its hand. I mean, the first 15 minutes out of the hourly candle is the market's hand. You know, usually that's the rule of the thumb. And after that, we will see what we can do. All right. So we're going to play around with the sound a little bit here. I will try and put effects on my sound, and we'll see what do I sound like. What do I sound like? Soundy, soundy, soundy. All right, guys, you got to tell me how do I sound, all right? So we're going to do bright and bassy. Tell me how do I sound? Tell me how do I soundy? All right, guys, you got to tell me how do I sound, all right? Tell me how do I sound? How do I sound? How do I sound? Is it any good? Like a DJ. Palin is saying like a DJ. Yup. We are the DJ right now. Pickety pow. So how does it sound? Well, let's... Alright, so now this is the present. Oh, this is the presents. Sound check 1 2 1 2. Alrighty, so that was it. That was the sound check. We turned out to be DJ right now. We also experienced some DJing in our stream today. that was pretty funny. Alrighty. Alrighty. And we are waiting. Alright, so the first 15-minute out of the hourly candle, obviously closing bearish here right now. Obviously, we waited for the first 15-minute out of the hourly candle. I mean, that was the market's hand, and market has played his hand already, and looks like it has played a bearish hand, right? So if the market has played a bearish hand, it's better to wait. It's better to wait for a better rejection on the bottom or a candle flip. Taking a trade right now could end up as an early trade, as we talked about, and we don't want to let the emotions, or we don't want to let the market, this factor, the FOMO factor, and make us take an early trade. It doesn't work out like that, you know. On a long term, it doesn't work out. So we don't want to be taking a trade with FOMO. I mean, obviously there's a structure for a buy. Candles are retracing. I mean, that's a good sign, but I would love to see a candle flip than anything else, and that flip is going to be the trade. So waiting at this point in time. All right, so it looks like the hourly candle has retraced pretty heavy at this point in time. So we'll love to see some sort of reaction on the downside. Sometimes what happens is candles around New York session, they tend to be very aggressive. They tend to retrace pretty heavy. They tend to grab a whole bunch of liquidity before moving. So if that's going to happen, we just need to see candles rejecting the bottom. We just need to see candles respecting at least 152.645, otherwise 152.560. I mean, if the candle starts closing below 152.560, there could be some scalping sale opportunity, but hey, you know, it's better to wait for the best trade, the best opportunity. That's all I can say. Alrighty.
Hey Anuj, how are you?
How's it going, my brother?
All good, all good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I was actually DJ here. You didn't see me before, but in YouTube I was like a DJ, checking the sound like a radio jockey.
Oh, that's why I guess.
Hey, how you doing? Did you have a good day? Oh,
I had a good night.
yep. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Oh yeah. I was thinking you were. You had a good day like me. Yeah. You just woke up.
I'm
You.
glad to know that you had a good day.
Yeah. It was actually a good day. You know, a lot of planning, a lot of trying to put a lot of things on my plate, challenging myself every day. You know, it's beautiful. It's
Awesome.
beautiful. So did you have any dreams?
Uh, let's not talk about dreams.
Let's not talk about dreams.
Well, that was just a joke. I slept late last night, right? So I
Oh.
don't even remember if I saw anything.
Oh. Do
But
you
yeah,
know?
I
Yep.
almost finished.
Yeah. Go on. Go
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
No, you
Yeah,
go
I
on.
almost finished your videos. I was watching your videos.
Uh-huh.
And there are a couple of things that confused me, but
Okay.
most of the things, those are very clear.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Just note down the timestamps and note down what topic was it, and we can always follow up with that. And that's not only going to help you, but that's going to help the other guys who are going to come in and look into the course. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And what confused me is going on right now, actually, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, what happened is it's broke the 4 hour resistance, right? It went up and it's retracing right now.
Yep.
So if we were to go for buys, like the bias is buys right now, right? So
Yep.
we would enter on the break of the high, right?
Well, here, are you talking about this high?
Just give me a second.
Are you
Yep.
talking about the 4 hour high?
Yes.
All right. So here's the thing, right? So people who enter on the 4 hour high break or 4 hour low break, those kind of traders are called swing traders, and usually their trade is based on the 4 hour structure. So now when we look into the
Alright.
4 hour structure, a buy on the break of the high of the 4 hour for me is a really late trade, especially because I have to keep my stop loss according to 4 hour, and my stop loss would turn out to be 49 pips. It's a lot, right? It's gonna be a lot.
Okay.
So it's sort of like I would try and avoid that 4 hour top wick break. I would rather take a trade when the candle would retest previously broken 4 hour resistance. And right now the previously broken 4 hour resistance is turning out to be like a support. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yep. So I would wait for that trade. And how would I take that trade? Well, this 4 hour candle broke the resistance and actually closed with a wick on the top, showing me signs of further continuation, right? Pretty simple. Now what I would do is I would wait for the next 4 hour candle to sort of make a low wick, which it did already. And on the flip of the candle, maybe I would have taken a trade and my stop loss would have been in about 12 pips at that point in time. And obviously I would anticipate the candle to fill the wick. I would anticipate the candle to move up in a clear traffic, and which it did. It actually moved up like in about 16 to 17 pips, which is good.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So, oh, all right, I got it. So this trade that you are talking about, that is what wick fill is all about, right?
That is true, because especially when Pound yen is experiencing a bullish momentum today, you know, so
Yes.
yep.
Okay, so that was what was confusing me, right? So because there's a lot of consolidation going on right over this area that's right now on the screen, right?
Yep.
So if I were to take a buys over here, so I was very confused what point I should enter.
Uh-huh. Oh, true. Actually, you know what? Let me pull up Zoom, because apparently Discord doesn't have drawing tools, and you can't really draw, or can you draw? Let us check. Because if we can draw on Discord, you know, we are just wasting our time saying this and that. You know, that'll be so nice. Like Zoom. Did you notice on Zoom we used to actually draw and point at things? Let me see. Discord annotation. Art and text. Additional functionality. Done. We'll have to see the which is collaborated easily. We can't be the only ones. It is the only thing keeping me on Zoom. Wow. Oh no. So they haven't put the feature apparently.
All right.
Yeah. So to annotate my scuba record. Discord. Annotation tutorial. Yeah, I don't think they have integrated that. If that's gonna come in, that'll be lovely. Let me pull up Zoom anyways.
Okay.
Zoom. Yep. Oh. Can you still hear me on Discord?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Let me see if I can share this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite you to the Zoom and copy invite link. And this is what we're going to do. All right, so I'm gonna paste it on the general chat. If you go to the general chat, you can see it.
All right.
General chat.
Yep, I do.
Perfect. So if you go in, I can actually let you annotate. Let me see. Can you annotate?
Right, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Where do I go first?
I think there's a tool called annotate. So if there's any question, just mark it down. Any question with the structure? Yeah.
Just give me a second. I'm trying to find the tool over here. All right, I got it.
You get it? Perfect.
Yep. So what I was talking about was this area over here. This area, right?
Oh,
so it just
let me keep it in a proper area so that we can actually show this Zoom the YouTube guys too. All right. Yep. Go on.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So I was talking about this area over here, right? Because this zone was just broken, right?
Yep.
And it is retracing right now, right? So if our bias is right now buys. So
Yep.
you have already written that it's 150 to 680 above, right?
Yep.
How do you come to this conclusion over here? Because once it retraces, there's another high right over here, right?
Yep.
So if I were to go anticipate for the volume to push the price up,
Yep.
would I wait for this candle to form over here, closing such that it forms a wick, then retest again and go up, maybe?
So let me make the things a little bit simpler. All right. So dun, 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 I'm gonna.
All right.
I'll try and draw and explain. All right. Just give me a second. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So one another advice: next time you draw, if you draw with a maybe green or some sort of clear color, that's gonna be nice. Maybe a little thicker line. Yeah. So at this point in time, what I will try and see is as per my experience, just to make things more simpler, or I want to see a regular price action. This is what a regular price action will look like. Well, basically, if the price is pushing up, it has to push up like this. It has to push up like this in a line form. So if the price was not candles right now, but actually price lines, this is how it should move. Now, if this confuses you, I'm going to make it more simple. So at the beginning, what I did was, how did I come up with 152.680? Was I went into the 30-minute time frame, right? So dun 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 dun, and what I did was I actually drew a line around here. So this resistance, 30-minute resistance, few 30 minutes before, actually 1 hour before, was the most recent resistance. Can you see this resistance right here? Yeah. That is 152.680. So what I was telling myself was, hey, you know what? If the price is to push up, the most recent resistance is 152.680 sort of area. So do I really want to buy below 152.680? Oh, no, it doesn't make sense, right? So I want to buy above the resistance, right? So first thing is, if I'm buying, I need to see a support. If I'm buying, I need to buy above the resistance. So the most recent resistance right here. Or otherwise, the most recent resistance is here. But if I'm willing to buy around this area, that is 152.740 sort of area, maybe that is too late already. Well, that is a good opportunity to buy when your bias looks more apparent and your bias is actually moving in your direction. Your candles are moving in your direction, right? That is actually beautiful. But maybe that's a too late trade. See? Do you see what I'm saying? So if I'm taking buys, I just need one rejection on the downside, or I need to see a proper support, or I need to see candles hanging above or playing above 152.680. That was the most recent rejection area on a 30-minute, most recent resistance on a 30-minute. So that's how I came up with 152.680, and I'm still keeping it there because I want to keep a scan. I want to keep this idea in my head that, you know what, on an hourly time frame, 152.645 is a potential retest area. But if the candles are pushing up, I don't want to take an early trade around here. I want to take a trade maybe above 152.680. So not around here, maybe around here. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yep. So.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the idea about 152.680. That's how I came up with 152.680. For example, if the candles are to reject this area, this support area, 152.560 at this point in time, I'm not going to take a trade here. This is an early trade. Maybe I will take a trade here around 152.670, 680, and my stop loss is going to be only in about 10 pips, and that's what my plan is. My plan is to take entries with my risk parameters. I don't want to ever take positions with higher risk or higher stop loss. It just doesn't make sense.
All right. Yeah, that was confusing me because there's a huge consolidation in this area, right? And whenever this happens,
yep,
I anticipate the bias. My bias is gonna be correct, but I will not figure out the exact point to enter.
Oh,
That has been my problem for a few days now.
true, true, true. Oh, that's actually one of the things. One of the things every trader would experience. But actually, you know what? It's actually good that you're noticing consolidations. So as a beginner trader, what was my problem? I'll tell you, right? I used to notice consolidation, but I used to take a trade in a consolidation. It's like, oh man, what's happening? My bias is correct. I see a structure, prices moving side by side, and all of a sudden I used to close my trade, take a trade in a consolidation, close my trade in loss, right? It's like, but at the end of the day, it moves in my direction. So basically, out of this sort of situation, what is important? Important thing is we need one simple sign of rejection on the bottom. If the bias is buy, prices are consolidating. What we don't want to see is we don't want to see candles closing below support. What we don't want to see is we don't want to see candles rejecting the top. What we want to see is we want to see candles rejecting the bottom. We want to see candles breathing. Right now the candles are breathing, which is beautiful, because if the candles are taking time to move, that means we will be able to catch the move. It's breathing. It can do whatever it like. You know why it's breathing? And it's important to wait for breathing sort of action. It's like we want to wait for the half of the candle to move, or we want the candles to actually do its hand. When I say candles to do its hand, I mean, my rule of thumb says if I'm trading looking at the hourly time frame, I have to wait for at least 15-minute candle out of the hourly candle to do whatever it likes. Now, after doing whatever it likes, that whatever it likes is the actual liquidation that the market grabs. That's the bunch of orders that the market grabs. And we don't want to be the order that the market grabs, right? We want to be the one who quickly gets in the market, and we only want to get in the right move, right? I would say right timing, right? So it's breathing right now. The first half of the hourly candle, we are 35 minutes in the hourly candle, which is fine, which is just as fine, because this could be a potential volume time. But guess what? In the next 24 minutes, we have this major bank open, New York bank open, and that could actually move the market. So we better wait. Yeah. We just want to see some sort of rejection on the bottom, and that could be the main idea today.
All right. Makes sense.
Yep. A lot of ideas. I know it's a lot of ideas, but you know, it's very I would say it's very rich in info. So you better note it down. A lot of these ideas. And once you start observing these ideas on your own, such as waiting for 15-minute candle to close, and seeing market play its hand, and you reacting afterwards, or you responding afterwards, these sort of ideas actually help. And basically that's what the price action is. To be honest, a lot of people who understand that, they win in the market. 100% they win. 100%.
What's up, Anas?
We got Kevin in the house. Kevin, what's up?
Hey Kevin, what's up?
Chilling.
Oh, chilling.
We've not really talked before, have we?
Yeah, we haven't. I think this is my first time talking to you. Or is it? Is it or is it not? I'm not sure. I think we talked before. I think so.
Okay, I might have forgotten then. But yeah, hey, how's it going?
Going good. Been swing trading nowadays.
Yeah, I've been watching. Amazing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Kevin's hitting this every time he takes a trade. He's hitting this 100 to 200 pips profit, so which is good, Mr. Kevin.
Yeah. Right now I'm at 55 pips, so I have 2 trades running, so that's 110. So I'm going good for this week.
This is the trade that Kevin took on pound yen. He was holding this trade for how many days was it?
Monday. I took it on Monday morning around 9:10 a.m. Sydney time. Looking at chart analysis, what do you call the channel? I
Yep.
send the Excel analysis over there.
Have you seen the
one you're
analysis?
showing is the current one.
Ah,
Yeah,
let me see. Let me find.
it's on another tab. So you call that tab session channel. In a session channel, they say
New
it's called
York.
analysis chart idea. Yep.
Aha. Aha.
No, analysis chart idea. It's over
Okay.
there.
Let me
I
find
was
it.
like spoiler.
Oh, the spoiler one, is it? Aha.
Yep. So that's why.
All right, so these are some of the analysis that Kevin sent in our group. So this was the trade I took, Motiv's chart. This is Kevin's trade right now on pound yen. So this was a trade, another trade. All right, this is the analysis. Yep. This is the one, isn't it?
Yep. Yep.
This is the one.
30 minutes.
Yep, this is the 30-minute chart.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a beautiful trade. I was actually looking at it, you know. I was actually looking at it. I wasn't expecting a lot of volume around Asian session, but it moved, right? It moved so beautiful. It actually moved so beautiful. So that was from around here. Oh, actually, right now, pound yen is rejecting the bottom. So this is actually looking pretty good. So at this point in time, I'll be looking to see if I can take any positions after the candle close bullish, right? So I'm not going to take an entry right now. But the candles are showing signs of bullish push. So the hourly candle is about to come into a close. And we are very close to market open. 30 minutes seems it's ranging side by side. But again, at the same time, it has aligned with our channel. It has rejected the bottom bit of the channel. And yeah, it's rejecting the bottom. Clearly rejecting the bottom. It's breaking the lows, but we haven't closed bearish below 152.560. As long as price rejects 152.560, I think the prices are going to move up. We will see what's going to happen.
Where are the other guys? Most of the Nikkei's and Growth.
The boys are sleepy. The boys are sleepy. Yeah.
Is there a major news today?
Or was there a major news?
Yeah.
What was it? I haven't had a look at the news.
I'm asking, is there any major news today?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I was wondering, like, why aren't they not moving? So I felt like there's news or something like that.
Around 12, actually, around 12. So the Philip Lowy is talking about the Delta strain and the economy and the monetary policy. Interesting, because I think Australian dollar, Aussie dollar is actually going to experience another bank rate soon. Unemployment rate. Yep, monetary policy. So, this is the 21st. Next week. Next week we have the Aussie dollar monetary policy meeting minutes. So that means they are revising some of the monetary policy. What did you say?
I'm heading home now.
You're heading home? Are you?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Alright, babush.
Where's your factory
Alright,
store?
bro. Talk to you soon.
Alright, Kevin. Enjoy.
Probably next month.
Take care, Kevin. Take care. All right. Yep. So the pound yen is clearly rejecting the bottom at this point in time. Just want to see some sort of support, at least on a 15-minute time frame. You know, it's a 30-minute. It's showing signs of support, but I usually don't take trades right in the middle of a consolidation. So for example, if I have to remove all the drawing, we can clearly see that 30-minute is ranging from around 152.670 to 152.560. So I want to avoid taking trade in a range, right? So if I have to take a trade above 152.680 does seem nice, or even after the candle breaking this high, that is 152.740. If it has to be 152.740, and if the volume does make sense, well, why not? But again, at the same time, it kind of makes sense why it's ranging, because there's a CPI news in the next few minutes, right? We have the US dollar CPI, core consumer price index, and this is one of the I would say one of the variables that tells us what's happening in the US dollar market, what's happening in the US economy, one of the inflation gauge, right? So we will see. Yeah, I wonder if Discord could actually add the annotation tool. You know, if that's going to happen, that would be nice. Amazing.
Yeah, I am surprised it has not added it yet.
Yeah. Because Discord is equally famous like Zoom, you know?
Yeah.
Market pricing in hikes for 22, 23, drops, main downside risk are new delta outbreaks, news, RB bus after the comments. Yeah, gold seems like gold's going to push down here. Hourly candle has grabbed some liquidity on the top. In the next 30, I would say in the next 45 minutes, we have the CPI news event. Otherwise, gold seems so apparent to push down. Very apparent to push down than anything else. Yep. Gold is pushing down.
Sometimes gold moves with such high volume that it just scares me.
Oh, true. It's fast. It's fast moving. It's scary, but it's sexy at the same time. Yeah. Gold is amazing. I'm gonna get some water. Let's just get some water and I'll be back. All right. All right, at this point in time, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to look after selling opportunities too, as we are approaching the New York market open. I'm thinking about how there's a clear range on the downside, and especially with the channel sort of analogy, it also makes sense. If the candles cannot sustain the bullish move, what if the candles close below 152.560? If the candle starts closing below, maybe there's a high chance the clear traffic could serve. Sorry about that. The clear traffic could serve as a scalping area. So at this point in time, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Dun, 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 dun. Sells below 152.560. Let's see. Oh, actually, yeah, sales. Yeah, I have to think about sales. We'll see. I have to think about sales. Actually, I'm gonna clear this sales below sort of idea, and I'm actually gonna focus more on buy right now. Let's just focus on one thing. Focus on one thing. If the sales will look apparent, then we will start looking for sales. But yeah, there is a chance sales could play out too. There is a chance. Yeah, gold was the trade. Beautiful. Gold moved down ahead of the news event. Wow, 23 pips, man. After the 15-minute candle closed bearish, the next 15-minute candle just bearished down all the way down. So I'm going to look for my pound yen buys. Let's see. Let's see. Four candles still keeping a bullish posture. The signs of buy still there. On YouTube, Aspin FX says, good morning, good people. Ooh. Good morning, good people. Good morning to you guys as well. I mean, it's good night here in Australia, Sydney right now, but hey, I love the good morning vibe. And gold moved down. You know, definitely missed out on this gold sell. But gold sell after this 15-minute candle close bearish did make sense. The only thing that would have bothered me would be the news event coming around in about 40 minutes. But other than that, everything's looking good. Alrighty. Alright. All right, so the 13-minute candle on pound yen is going to close in the next 5 minutes. It's still interesting to see if the candle is actually going to close below 152.560 or is actually going to reject this area. If the candle starts closing below, man, that's actually not looking good for the buyers, because that at that point in time the market is tricky, right? And we don't want to be involved in a tricky market. Rather, we want to capitalize off the easy and apparent market. Obviously, we are able to capitalize off the funny and sketchy market as well, but do we really want to be part of that market? Because in the long term, these tricky market are the ones which takes money from us, right? And we don't want to offer money to the market. We don't, man. So anybody wondering where could have been a possible case to enter in gold? I mean, one of the areas could be here, right here. Right, a sell on the flip of the 15-minute candle, or even the break of the low. On the break of the previous 15-minute candle, low would have been perfect. In about 13 to 12 pips stop loss in gold, which is nothing, and giving you in about 20 or 30 pips, that is pretty good, right? Actually pretty solid, to be honest. Move down like 47 pips from the entry point, potential entry point. Yep, gold is dumping. All right, so we have 2 more minutes for the candle to close, and if the 30-minute candle actually closes below 152.560, sort of a level, there's a higher chance candle could actually push down on a 30-minute or even higher sort of a point of view. I mean, we haven't rushed in any sort of trade because the bias was a buy, right? Now, at this point in time, sales do look apparent, but we are waiting for our bias to play out. And we will see what's going to happen. We will see what's going to happen. At this point in time, we're not going to jump our bias from one to another. Just want to focus on one trade, one idea. If that's going to work, I mean, that's amazing. It's actually a good idea to be fluid in the market, and still the fluid idea is in the back of the head, but we are waiting for the candle to close. That's what is important, to wait for the candles to close. All right, so at this point in time, this is the New York market open and a 30-minute candle closed bearish below 152,560 sort of area. There is a high chance for the candles to push down. I mean, I would, at this point in time, if I'm looking for a sell, what I would need to see is this hourly candle, the current hourly candle, to sort of reject this 152,560 area with its top wick. If there's no top wick, decent top wick, I'm not going to take an entry here. Honestly, I'll be happy missing out on this sales right now. If I need to take a sell, if I want to take a sell, I have to see a candle making top wick, a decent top wick. Let's see. The sales do look apparent at this point in time. Yep, looks like hourly candle has also done this huge ash fake out on the top. I mean, it's just a matter of weight, you know. When you feel FOMO in the market, I mean, that's not going to help you in the long term. You want to think of the long term rather than anything else, right? Think of the long term. Alrighty. All right, so I'm gonna stop this zoom. Stop the zoom only for now. Stopping the zoom. Stopping the zoom. Pum 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 pum. And stop the zoom. Stop the zoom. Okay, that's good. We have the news event in the next 27 minutes. News event in the next 27 minutes. All right. So the 2-hour candle is retracing pretty hard too at this point in time. 2-hour candle hasn't broken the low yet. Looks like it can actually break the low here. So the hourly candle did a big ass rejection on the top, a big ass fake out. So want to see if the candles could sustain the bearish momentum. Would love to see a 15-minute candle out of the hourly candle to close, especially when there's a news event happening in the next 25 minutes, and contradicting bias with the structure right now. Sales look apparent, but haven't taken any position yet. Don't want to rush into any sort of trade. Really don't want to rush into any sort of trade. First 8 minutes of the New York market open, haven't seen any strong push in any other direction yet. Still hanging around that 2-hour sort of a broken resistance level. So on a 2-hour right now, the structure seems clear that the price is actually retesting the previously broken 2-hour resistance. So that's why it's an important idea to look around all of the available time frames. So all of the standard time frames, you look around and you will see some sort of logical structure in one of these time frames, and the bias will start making sense, right? So on a 4-hour time frame too, so the current 4-hour candle has 51 minutes left for its close. So I want to see if this 4-hour candle sustains the bullish momentum, or is it just going to exhaust, right? Because the real move may come in 20 to 25 to 30 minutes after the actual news event. That could be the case too. Now, there's no rush in taking trades, especially now when we are only 20 minutes away from the news. I'm not rushed in to take a trade, to be honest. I've taken a gold sell, and now I kind of feel bad because gold, man, if I had let the full position, actually not full, let's say partial, because I obviously secured 16 pips around here, right? So 16 pips, but if I had let the position run, that would have been 100 pips trade today. So I should have scaled. That's what I realize right now. The most of my trades in September, that's what's happening with gold. Higher potential of reward. The only thing is I didn't let it run. I should have let it run, to be honest. And we are still waiting. All right, so pound USD also rejecting the bottom at this point of time. Entries right now would be very aggressive entries, but risk would kind of make sense. You know, you would be saying to yourself that, you know what, I mean, I'm only risking a small number of pips, and I'm anticipating the bias, the momentum to continue on. And you would say to yourself, hey, I'm seeing the rejection on the bottom side. So the only thing you'll be worried about, or only thing to look after for, will be the shock effects from the news. Because it's CPI, and we might experience some shock effect from the US dollar news, right? Sorry about that. But looks like it can actually push up. Kind of waiting here. 15-minute candle's about to close in the next 2 minutes. All right, so the 15-minute candle out of the hourly candle closed bullish. So still respecting the 2-hour candle's low. I mean, this entry from around here will be an aggressive entry. I mean, I wouldn't suggest people taking an aggressive entry, but hey, the risk would kind of make sense. To be honest, the risk would kind of make sense. The only thing to be aware about is the news shock effect, because in the next 15 minutes we have this core CPI. Otherwise, I think it's going to move up. I can see the clear signs, early signs. 15-minute candle rejecting the bottom, closing bullish. The next 15-minute candle is also almost about to break the high. Yep. This is going to be nice. Now, this is one of those entries where I'm happy about missing out, you know, honestly, because this move didn't happen like I would say 15 minutes or 30 minutes before. And it's happening very close to the news event, and this is when the market actually kicks a lot of guys right in the balls. A lot of guys in the balls. Why? Because they rush in a trade. Now they do see a sign, but they don't know what's happening around the clock in the next 14 minutes. Okay, still waiting. Yep, pound yen is pushing up. All right, so the core CPI release is in the next 9 minutes. I would say 8 minutes. That's going to be something to spectate here, something to look at. All right, so the news is coming out in the next 6 minutes and gold is falling already. Beforehand, the news. All right, so we are still waiting, and we are waiting for questions from the YouTube community. I mean, I haven't seen any question today from the YouTube, but hey guys, I mean, if you're here, if you're enjoying the stream, if you're liking the company, if you're loving the music, by the way, just hit that like, because the like buttons are free. Just hit that like button. Likes are free, and it doesn't cost a cent. So don't be greedy to like. 100%. Obviously, we're still waiting for our actual move. It hasn't happened yet. In the next 2 minutes, we are about to experience the core CPI release, and that is going to be something interesting. Complicate you. All right, so the news release is coming in the next 28, actually in the next few seconds. In the next 40 seconds. They're expecting bad numbers out of CPI. Let's see. Let's see what's going to happen. Ooh. Oh, look at that move. Oh my God. That was like a 1 minute switch, 1 minute flip. And holy shit, I know. And oh my God, did you see the gold flip? Oh my God, look at pound USD. Pound USD is pushing up. Beautiful. Holy man. It retraced down, right? And all of a sudden, one click, one switch, bang. It just pushed up in a second. Man, all right, pound yen is pushing up. At this point in time, I'm keeping my eyes open for buying scenarios above 152.740. I know it's fire market right now. It's kind of fire, and it's not good to touch fires. Ideally, my rule of thumb is if market is volatile, especially I can see in gold, it pushed down, pushed up. So if the market is volatile, you would want to stay away from the volatile market, because that's when the market liquidates you. That's when the market takes away from you easily, right? But again, kind of waiting. And looks like it's going to push up. The bias was correct all the time, you know, it was actually correct and is moving up after the shock effect. So went down, pound yen pushed down, and all of a sudden starting to push up. The original bias is playing out. On the other hand, gold, wow, Mr. Gold is doing what it's doing. At this point in time, we are 30 minutes in the New York market. Let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the CPI numbers and see what's happening. Oh, numbers. Core CPI turned out to be bad. Really bad. Okay. That's actually pretty bad. All right. Interesting enough. Four-hour candle in pound yen, pretty bullish at this point in time. 30-minute, 15-minute, I mean, candles are pretty bullish. Wow. Ooh, pound USD is flying. Oh my god. Look at pound USD. It's flying. Pound, well, gold hanging around there after that volatile push. Yep. Mr. Pound. Pound yen. We'd love to see at least a 5-minute candle close above 152.740. You know, at least a 5-minute candle. Let's see what's going to happen. Just 3 minutes after the news event, we did experience a shock effect from the news. The candles did retrace down and rejected that and is pushing up at this point in time. Market is pretty hot. Pretty hot right now. Ooh, gold is pushing up. Wow. Oh my god. Look at gold. Yeah, I would stay away from this market. To be honest, I would stay away from this market. Hot market. Let's see how the US 30 moved here. All right. Oh, wow. US 30 moved up like 150 pips. 150 pips. That was like 1 minute candle moved up like 140 pips. Okay. So 140 pips move was in 7 minutes. In 7 minutes, US 30 moved like 100 and something pips, right? Now look at pound yen. Pound yen is also doing something similar, but the market is too hot. So I would rather not enter, to be honest. I'm happy missing out on this trade. Definitely happy. Because if I don't have a proper risk parameter, risk setting area, I'm not going to take a trade. It's moving up. It's moving up. Looks like 152.955 could be hit. Well, gold is pushing up. Everything is pushing up. Wow. All right, either gold is lying or either pound is lying. Because everything is moving up. And everything cannot move up at the same time. One of the guys are lying here. Well, gold should be technically gold should be pumping up. Why should it be pumping up? Because the news has turned out to be bad. And if the US economy is doing bad, well, gold should be pumping up. Gold is a safe haven. A lot of dumping, a lot of, I would say, interest on gold will arise, and that's what's happening. So apparent, it's just pushing up. Wow, pound yen.
It is like playing with fire, damn.
I know, right?
I was spectating Raja as well. Holy shit, he lost more than $40,000 in a single trade.
Oh shit! $40,000! Oh my god! All right.
Apparently, he put a buy stop and a sell stop above and below the 15 minutes. Both got activated.
Oh no!
Damn, burn, man.
I know, that's a burn. See, we actually saw the market, right? It pushed down for a second, and in just one click, boom! Oh my god! Holy! Just imagine you buy stuff and sell stuff getting activated. Man, oh man, there's no getting out of it. You know, there's no getting out of it. Oh my God.
Yeah, I understand why you say don't trade news. Yeah, don't trade news.
Literally, it's not safe to trade news. You know, it's a big time fire. Wow, look at gold one more time. Oh wow. So today has been a wild, bloody scene here. A lot of people have experienced the bloody scene. Market has been pretty volatile. Now, wow, a lot of people must have experienced the fire today. Gold is pushing up. Pound yen is pushing up. Somebody is lying here. Is gold lying? Oh, more than likely no. Is pound lying? Interestingly.
So I got a question. So is gold and pound like negatively correlated?
So what happens is oftentimes around New York session, pound, well, if US dollar strengthens, pound sort of weakens, right? And sometimes what happens is if pound strengthens around London session, US dollar sort of like weakens around London session. So session by session, there is sort of like correlation, but not 100% of the time, right? Especially around high volume time, I often look into the correlation as well, but don't take a trade just straight out of that fact. It's not going to work. But it's actually it's actually interesting to see how sometimes when pound yen moves up, gold tends to drop down, or USD pair tend to drop down. When USD is strengthening, well, pound tends to weaken, and that's what happens. You know, it's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Yep, we are in about 10 minutes away from the latest CPI release, and yeah, the market is still fire, to be honest. As a consumer price index for all urban consumers increased 0.3% in August on a seasonally adjusted, or talking about the August, September. This increased by 5.3% before seasonal adjustment. All right. Here's another thing, another perspective to the market's movement coming up. So in the next 3 minutes, if this 15-minute candle actually manages to close above 152.740, that's actually going to show us some confidence in bullish bias, right? And if the candles are to close above 152.740, well, the next candle, what it can do is it can actually make a low wick before pushing up, and that could be an entry point right there. And that way we are we will be 1 hour in the market already, and we'll be in about 15 minutes away from the news release. So that's kind of cool off period. And if the actual move is not going to happen by then, potentially NYSE is going to be the news. I would say news's absorption in the market, right? So because right now the New York market's already opened up, and the news came like 30 minutes after. Now the New York Stock Exchange would not be, I would say, would not be open till another 45 minutes. Now in the next 45 minutes, when the New York Stock Exchange opens up, there's going to be another flood of orders, another flood of, I would say, realization that, you know what, hey, CPI is bad, the inflation is going up and whatnot, right? So, and at that point in time, we will see some sort of push in the NYSE. So we are waiting, still waiting for another, I would say another 40 seconds to see how the 15-minute candle closed. Otherwise, waiting for NYSE. But pound right now definitely looks bullish. We will see if the candles are trying to do an aggressive rejection on the top. Well, if the candles are rejecting the top, guess what? Below 152.560 is still a good selling area. I would actually adjust the area. I would actually call it, I'm going to call it 152.545. All right, yep. Actually, 540. All right, so below 152.540 right now, I mean, sales could work out. If there is an aggressive rejection on the top, well, the market's always doing aggressive sort of a rejection in pound yen and a gold sort of a pair around high volume session time. So if that's going to happen, we are waiting for it. So we are waiting for the market to play its hand, and we will respond and we will react to it, definitely. At this point in time, 15-minute candle closed bullish with a wick on the upside. The wick is so in relation to the candle's body size and wick, the body is in about 15 pips and the wick is in about 12 pips. So still the body is bigger, so showing us some sort of a bullish pressure, right? So there is a chance for the candles to push up. We will see what's going to happen.
Anuj, I got one more question now.
Yeah, sure.
For example, this previous candle in the 15 minutes, that was formed because of the news event, right? And it left us a huge wick on the upside. So if it were to show signs of bullish momentum, would we expect this wick to be filled?
Yes. Actually,
okay.
Right now is a really good entry point right here. Right now, ooh, what did I press? I've actually taken a position right here. I've actually taken. That's good. Beautiful. Let's see. So either it's going to be a risk management trade or it's going to be a beautiful trade here.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school.
Oh.
So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby.
So this was actually the same idea we talked about. Honestly, nothing different.
Yeah.
This is the exact scenario we talked about. We said, hey, 15-minute candle waiting for close. We talked about candles, candles body and wick ratio. We talked about momentum, and right now the momentum is being seen. We are 45 minutes in the market already. And the candle, the new fresh 15-minute candle, the final candle of the hourly candle made a low wick before pushing up, and it's looking lovely. The wick can be filled. So the brother here, he was talking about wick fill, and I think this is a good example of wick fill. Now, this could turn out to be a really good trade, but again, at the same time, we have to be active on the part of risk management. So the 5-minute candle If the candles are pushing up, it has to respect, the 5-minute candle has to respect its own body. Very simple as that. Has to respect its own body. If it's not going to respect its own open, well, it's going to be a risk management here. It's going to be a big time risk management day here. Because again, we are only in about 17 minutes, 18 minutes away from the news release. So market could still be fire. And if it's fire, we have touched it already. But hey, risk management saves the day. Right? We are still in the trade. We're still in the trade. We are waiting. Yep, 15-minute candle still looking good, still in the trade right here. Dun, 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 and we are moving. Beautiful. Yep, in about 4.5 pips in profit. We're still thinking about risk management, letting it run. This is the final I would say 10 minutes of the hourly candle. So we are seeing the final push, the actual volume, actual push in the final few minutes. So have to be careful if there's going to be some sort of abrupt rejection, because if it's not going to be this candle that's going to move up, it's going to be the next candle. And as we talked about, if the trade is going to be an early trade, it's better to manage it right now. So we are still in it, letting it breathe. So let's see what's going to happen. All right, so as we are approaching the close, I'm thinking about how I should manage my risk. Why am I thinking about risk management? Because usually around hourly candle close, we see some sort of retracement. Pound USD moved up, so beautiful. So in relation to Pound USD, I'm expecting Pound Yen to move up as well, but have to be careful. Definitely have to be careful. Around hourly candle close, we see retracement. Why do we see retracement? Because the next hourly candle might actually move in relation to this hourly candle's close. And the retracement is going to be the wick creation, or actually it's moving up, man. the more I'm thinking negative about the trade, the more it's moving in my direction. So we're still in it. We are still in it. The more negative,
it was a negative correlation with the thoughts.
Yep. That's actually a good one. That's actually a good one. Yeah. Let's see if it's going to be a beautiful trade here. At this point in time, 5.5 pips. Let's see. Need to see 8, 9, 10, and we'll be out. That's it. Need to hit that magical number, 8, 9, or 10. All right, Enzo Cartesia is saying, keep thinking negative. All right, I'm going to start thinking negative. All right, so I hope the market is listening to me. All right, so this is what I think. Obviously, we are coming to the last 8 minutes of this hourly candle close. I think there's going to be a retracement, to be honest. So have to be serious on the part of risk management, because if this hourly candle somehow closes bullish but retraces, the next hourly candle has chances to make the low wick. Oh man, it's actually working. My negative thoughts are actually working, to be honest. My negative thoughts are working. interestingly, my negative thoughts. All right, so the 5-minute candle, I mean, it's a 5-minute candle is looking beautiful. Looks like 152.955 is going to be hit. 152.955 is going to be hit in about 7 pips in profit at this point in time. Just need 8, magical number 8, and I'll be out. Magical number 8. Magical number 8. Dun dun dun. All right, 7, 6. Let's see. Just want that 6. It's retracing in the last final 6 minutes. Let's see. Don't want to see any retracement. If this trade is going to work, man, beautiful. This is something we waited for the whole session. Otherwise, it's just another risk management trade. You know, definitely. Never ever hesitate on risk management. That's what I've learned over time, and that's my main mantra, to be honest. Never ever hesitate on risk management. And right now, at this point in time, in 8 pips in profit. So securing profits right here. Bang. Right here. Right here. Right here. Beautiful. Beauty. There we go, sir. Right here.
7 pips.
There we go. A beautiful trade. Called out live with the team, obviously Sudeep brother, and we were waiting for this patiently. We were explaining, we were looking at the market. We experienced the harsh news, sort of a side effect. But guess what? When you're patient enough, when you are planning your trade and you're waiting for your proper blueprint to be activated, and that's when you execute, man, alongside with your thought processes, also for the worst possible cases, man. This is amazing. We were prepared for the risk management. We executed the trade and we are out of the market and it's retracing now. Do you see the magic here? Whoever sees the magic, just give this stream a like, a thumbs up, and then tag us on the Instagram. Man, oh man, beautiful. All right, so let's look at how much money did I make, right? All right, beautiful. Actually turned out to be really good. Really good, right? So in about 600 bucks after 46 commission. So this is the gold trade on the top that I took around London session. But hey, I'm actually going to give this money away. Just give this money away. So I'm about to actually announce a giveaway. There's going to be soon a giveaway being done in our Instagram, and also from our YouTube sort of a team. So we are actually giving giveaways to people who subscribe to our channel, and it's going to be the people who have already subscribed to the channel as well. Just make your name public. If your name is public, your name is going to go in that giveaway draw. You know, obviously. Subscribe to the channel and do as much as activity. I mean, comment on the videos. Your name is going to be listed by the YouTube team, not by me. The guys who handle the YouTube, they're gonna look into your names. So make it public, right? And we're gonna announce this giveaway on Instagram about if you tag your friends and help us build a number and support our channel on Instagram, on YouTube, man, obviously you deserve something. You deserve a piece of the pie, and the piece of the pie is going to be today's profit. So this right here, we made in about 650 bucks, right, in today's market. So probably 6 people are getting 6 people. I mean, 100 bucks each. That's it. Simple. Beautiful. Beauty.
Awesome trade today.
Wow, and look at gold. It's flying. Now, Sudeep brother, if you notice what I said, now a lot of people relating pound yen's movement with gold right now, it doesn't make sense, right? So sometimes it correlates. Now I think this is one of the times where gold is just going to fly. It's just going to fly without even giving us a farewell, without even waiting back at us. Why is it going to move up? Because the CPI number is actually bad. It's pretty bad. CPI number. So it's actually going to be interesting how gold's going to move throughout the NYSE, and I'm not surprised by the gold's movement. Well, we are actually lucky enough. We secured, and right after we secured, markets having a hard time moving up. So this is what you need to do. And the trade only lasted, let's see, how many minutes did the trade actually last, right? So the trade was like for not even 10 minutes. The trade was not even 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes. Beautiful. Beauty. Beauty, beauty, beauty. So whoever took this trade, man, like the stream, show us some love, and amazing. And remember, whoever is supporting the channel, whoever is popping up in the channel all the time, man, you guys are definitely going to be on the giveaway list, 100%. I'm going to ask the team to put your name twice, 100%. You know, it's fair because you guys have been here for some time. Enzo, I remember Enzo. I remember Palin. These guys have been here from the day one of the stream. Day one. Can you believe it? Day one. And Sudeep brother too. I'm gonna put Sudeep brother's name as well. Definitely.
Thanks, brother.
No worries. No worries. That was amazing. So this is what you need to do. You know, come to the market, plan your trade, take your trade, execute, be ready for your risk management, and that was it. Amazing. Alrighty.
I guess it's the time to call it a day now, I guess.
Oh yeah, looks like it. So let's do a little bit of celebration on the YouTube. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. If you hop on the YouTube, I'll press the celebration button. Ready?
Oh, I am already in the YouTube.
YouTube. Oh, perfect. Beautiful. Oh, we're gonna press the celebration button in the next 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and bang. Let's see. There you go. There you go. Boom. Perfect. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you guys for coming in and having a beautiful time with me. We're always here for free education. Obviously, we appreciate your questions, answers, a lot of interesting topics you bring to the stream, and thanks to the team. And amazing. Now, this is when I think that, you know what, everybody needs a mentor, everybody needs that celebration, everybody needs that team to work with and then have fun with all these numbers. We're having fun with numbers, with market movement, visualizing market, you know. So amazing. Thank you for your support and making the stream interesting every day. And I look every day I come to the stream, I look forward to it. You know, I don't do it as if, man, here's another day. No, I actually appreciate the fact that there's a lot of people waiting for the stream, the value, and amazing. Lovely, lovely time. And thank you guys for coming in. Beautiful, beautiful stream. Bum, 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 bum.
What's the time there now? 11?
Oh, yep, it's actually 11:01. 11:01. 11:01. Palin says, thank you. Always looking forward to this part of the day. That's true. That's true. Now, at this point in time, this is something I was actually talking about before, if you guys noticed. Yeah, did you remember how I said the hourly candle can retrace at the last few minutes? And this is out of my experience, and that's what happened, right? Hourly candle did retrace, and the next hourly candle is making a low wick before pushing up. Now, there's a higher chance for the candles to push up. Don't get me wrong, but being in a trade in a drawdown right now is not a nice feeling, is it?
Not at all.
Not at all. So these are the things to be noted down, and you wouldn't actually notice this, or maybe you would notice this, but hey, you will actually notice this thing earlier on, and you'll start applying to your trading style when somebody else tells you, right? Now, when Anuj tells you this, note this down, because this is actually going to help you. That's what the price action is. That's what the meaning of price action is. It's not just any random movement. These are the movement, regular price action that happens every single day. Every single day. Wow. Pound USD is pushing up. Wowie kawaii. Beautiful.
Alright, I'm heading out. I'll see you next time.
See you next time, brother. Take care. Have a beautiful day.
You have a good night.
You too. You too. Have a beautiful day. No good night yet. Nope. Take care. Take care.
Yeah, man.
See ya. Amazing. Are Enzo saying, based on your experience, does it have a higher chance to continue up? Yes. The way it's looking, I mean, it's trying to grab some liquidity on the downside, especially when the previous hourly candle closed bullish and there's a wicks on the upside. I think it's gonna move up. That's what I think. But am I gonna take a trade? Maybe no. Maybe no. I think 152.955 is gonna be hit. But I'm just fine with my profits. I'm just fine with whatever I made today, you know. So kind of calling it a day. So if I don't win, I can't give away to the community. I can't give it back. So I want to keep my profits to myself. Just want to keep my profits to myself. Let's see if we can actually hop into Raj's stream. Let's see. And say, hey, how's it going? Mr. Raj Banks. Oh, Enzo says Raja lost a lot earlier on, about 40k. Ooh, I hope he recovers. I mean, he should recover. He's actually amazing trader. You know, he is in that careless state of mind, and yeah, he should recover that pretty quick. All right. Let's see. We can hop on onto Mr. Rogers' streamo. Ba-ba-dum. Let's see. Oh, it looks like he has finished the stream already. Looks like he has finished the stream already. Maybe that's what it is. Oh yeah, he has closed the stream, so I can't hop on it. Anyways, that was actually good. That was actually a good session. Looks like pound yen still has chances to push up here, and yeah, man, I think it's gonna push up. That's what I think. Beautiful. All right. All righty. All righty. All righty. Oh. All right, guys. So I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys next time. So the guys on the YouTube, have a beautiful, beautiful day. I will see you guys next time. Until then, take care. Until then, take care.